Hello friends, how are you doing? Hope all are well wherever you are. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will learn about the for loop, how to use for loop in Python. So let's jump to the code. Let's see, I've created a list. So inside the list there's some items. So we know how to use the in operator. So I'm checking is the apple is in my list. If it's available, it will show true. If it's false, if it's not available, it will give the error. So here's an example how to use for loop. Now here I'm saying the for fruit, I put the any name, you can put them here, I have it's a variable, from here it will store in here in my fruit list and print, how to use the f formatting, how to use that, so the fruit name is in that variable. I put it here, so make sure the for loop is a condition there, for fruit in my fruit list, and then semicolon, you have to use an indentation has to be in here, and if I do this indentation in over here, it will show the error message, give you the error message, so it has to be indentation, so if I run this, it will give you the first true and then the apple, orange, banana, watermelon, so this is how it's in there, so this is, you can use for loop, very simple and straightforward compared to other programming language, and if you can use the range function if you want to print out the numbers in any of the program, this is, you can use the range function. Here is I'm checking from the for number in range 11. So here in Python, for when you use the range function, range 0 is inclusive, I mean 0 will print and 11 will be exclusive, so until 10 it will print out, so if I run this program, you can see printing 0 to 10, so. And another way you can use the range functions here, I can specify start from the 1 and end to the 9, because 10 will be inclusive, exclusive, 10 all print out, so if I run these, you can see that it will print out from 1 to 9. Another thing you can use in the in range function, I can specify the 3 start, end, and increment, how many times you want to increment, this thing. So if I run this program, let's say if I want to increment by 2, so here's starting, ending, and increment, start from the 2 and stop from 19, between 2 on print out, and by 2, so if I run these, you can see that's 2, 4, 6 all the way to 18, because increment by 2, and this is how you can use 3 times, 3 way you can use the range built-in function, and if you want to by the index number, you can use the enumerate function, built-in function, that will give you the index number, what index am I fruit, so here's for index, you can give any name, and if any of the names, the variable, enumerate, my fruit list. I'm putting the it takes one argument, so I'm putting my list, so if I run this program, and you can see for apple is the index number 0. So this is how we can you can figure out where exactly which index number it belongs to, and another very important, very nice, how to use the for loop in dictionary, so I create the dictionary, how to create the dictionary, the key values, but if I run this program, you can see for fruit in my dictionary, that will give you only keys, that will print out only keys. If I run this program, you can see only keys will print out, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. But if you want to get the keys and values, you can do like this, just like this, for keys and comma values in my fruit items, the built-in function items that will give you the keys and values, the both will give you, so I'm just going to uncomment this one and run this. So this is pretty much the for loop, you can use, I can use more complex, advanced user will go through, so you see for apple at index 1, orange, this is how you can use, so hope you guys see you. I hope you guys enjoy, and please do let me know, and please subscribe my channel. Thanks, bye bye.